Is it true that attitude can have something to do with our health? What do you think? It's really interesting to me because I was noticing that all the people I worked with who had migraines, myself included, had a pattern. They had a couple patterns. One pattern was resistance, just resistance, but not just resistance the way most people resist. Most people resist things and they're very verbal about it and they kind of let it go. Like, oh, this traffic sucks. And my neighbor's hurting my lawn by doing this and this and this, whatever. They're verbal about it and they get it off their chest and they have resistance too to what's happening around them, but they let it go. I was noticing in myself and people with migraines that maybe, maybe they don't like their job, or maybe we don't like our house, or maybe we don't like a relationship, or there's something we don't like and we resist it, but we don't change it and we don't do anything about it and we don't even verbalize it, right? We might internalize it. And that is part of the pattern I saw with people with migraines. And another pattern I saw was them always saying, and myself included, there's not enough time. There's not enough time. Oh, I got a migraine. It always comes at the worst time when I don't have time to rest, or I can't get everything done. There's just too much to do and it's stressing me out and giving me a headache. Yeah, those were two patterns. And what's funny about that is that in our modern society, we have learned so many new things from psychology and study. And there's a great book out called Feelings Buried Alive. And in the book, Feelings Buried Alive, if you go and you look up migraines, there's two of the things that it says in there are resist the flow of life. That's one of the things that they've seen as consistent with migraines, and the resistance to being driven, dislike of being driven, rushing or too much to do, or just having to go, 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 go. And that's the same thing in my mind as there's not enough time, and feeling this rushed pressure sensation. So I had noticed that on my own, through myself and through other people I've worked with migraines. And then there it is, right there in a book. And there's other books out there. I've looked at Louise Hay and other books, and there's similar things about that patterns that have been noticed with people who have chronic migraines. So there's a belief system out there that if you heal the energetic issue, the underlying cause, the emotions and the thought patterns that go with any dis-ease in the body, that you'll heal the body as well, right? And so for those of us with migraines, and I used to have terrible migraines, so I totally understand. I really had to work on this. I did. I had to work on the resistance. And really what I had to do, and I could do lots of videos on how to let go of resistance, but really what I had to do was process my resistance more externally. Recognize what I'm resisting. Look at it. Why am I resisting this? And what can I do about it? Instead of just internalizing it and just feeling internalizing it means more like you're just feeling like, oh, I don't like this. There's nothing I can do. Or you just don't even know it's there. You're resisting what's happening. You don't like life and you don't even recognize that it's going on. That's really internalizing it deeply. And the same thing with being driven. You feel the pressure and you don't want to be under so much pressure and you don't want to be rushing and having such high demands. But A, you're not looking at it on the outside. You're not recognizing that this is an issue. And so it's internalized. And B, you're not addressing it. So you're not trying to figure out a solution and a way to slow life down and a way to get more control of your time and your energy. So that's another way you're internalizing it because you're not addressing it on the outside. And then, the thought patterns continue, the thought patterns of, oh, there's not enough time, there's so much to do, migraines come at the worst time. Those patterns are the attitudes that keep us locked in dis-ease, the body not being in ease. So here's what we can do. First of all, look at things on the outside. Write down what might not be going perfect in your life right now. What are you resisting? Okay, write it all down. Everything you can think of. Get it externalized, okay? And then what can I change? Okay, I can change this, I can change that. I can't change this. So I'm going to make a conscious decision to just accept this part of life. Okay, I can't change my age or whatever you can't change. You decide you can't change. And just, I'm going to accept that. I'm going to accept the parts of life I can't change. And I'm going to do something about the parts of life I can change. And I'm going to stop resisting what is going on and either look at it, do something about it, or accept it. Those are my options. And not internalize it and let it hurt our body. And then, same thing happens with being driven. Look on the outside, write down, oh, here's where my day gets a little too complicated. Here's where I'm always short on time and I'm always feeling rushed. Here's where my life is giving me a lot of pressure and I have too many obligations and too much on my plate. And you look at all that. Here's what I can do about this. Here's how I can make my day flow better. And here's what I can accept. And here's how I can cut back. Because the one other thing I want you to really recognize here is that anybody with migraines is having too much demand on them. If you're having migraines, the chances are, most likely, you have too much demand on you. And it would behoove you to get more rest, more downtime, more R&R. So look at, especially that driven area. How can I get a little more, a walk with my pet on my lunch break, or, a vacation every other weekend where I just get away for the weekend for a day. Whatever you can do to get that downtime, rejuvenate your body, look at the life on the outside. Don't internalize it, because there's going to be symptoms when we don't process things the right way. We're going to get symptoms. And if we look at it on the outside, we can manage it and deal with it and heal the body. It's an amazing thing what attitude can do. Thanks for watching, and not just watching me, but watching your attitude. Have a great day.